Ladies and gentlemen, once again it is, for the 669th time, the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called Trey, a.k.a. the leader of the congregation.
One time for your mind, two time for your soul.
As well as the old dirty trucker, a.k.a. ODT.
Welcome to the mine St. Peter built.
Me, I'm Mason, a.k.a. Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What is with this theme? It's kind of like one of those in-memory things they do like at the end of the year on.
Yeah, you know, I was been in a down mood lately, so I thought I'd play something
a little
down.
Are you working for like an animal shelter?
No, I don't have pictures of starved
is Sarah
animals.
McLachlan going to come out of somewhere?
Or starved children. I don't have any of the emaciated.
You don't have like Sally
humans.
Struthers in the back?
Nope, I don't.
A kid with a bunch of flies on its eyes.
Right. A child covered in flies, emaciated beyond repair.
For 85 cents a day, you can give them a bowl of rice.
You too can help the world. Of course, 85 cents a day does buy them a bowl of rice, but it also only costs us 15. Wink, wink. No big deal. We're helping out all these little bastards. I know you see them. Don't you feel bad? You should give some money. What's funny about that? There's nothing funny about giving money to fucking emaciated children, you bastards.
Yeah, but then again, some people... Where do I even begin with that?
That's the darkness that my mind is stated in right now. Emaciated children don't get any money from Mason.
Why should they anyway?
Well, that's because I'm a broke ass, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Or some people just don't necessarily want children. And speaking of not wanting children...
That's right.
As always, when I come to this show, I have something to bring forth to the front of the congregation. So, Walgreens, as a pharmacy company, as a motherfucking crew, please come to the front of the congregation.
I love it. He's still got the music playing.
Yeah, it's just tied in so well.
You and your badass attitude. You're like a person that wouldn't give money to an emaciated child.
They probably wouldn't.
You're damn right they wouldn't.
They damn sure wouldn't do this. Now, let me set the scene here. There is a couple, man and a woman.
Okay.
They're vacationing in Wisconsin. They didn't say where. They're in a Walgreens buying condoms. The clerk would not complete the transaction.
What?
Because get this, they could not sell them condoms because it goes against the person's beliefs.
The person manning the counter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
You're a fucking idiot, whoever you are. Whoever that is trying to hold back people from getting their freak on.
We live in a time where everything is being overturned left and right. You know, maybe they're trying to be safe here. Or maybe she's buying condoms for her boyfriend because his pullout game is garbage. Or as Cardi B would say, that pullout game weak.
It could be. All of these things are viable reasons to need a condom.
Maybe they wanted to do butt stuff.
Hell, maybe
that too.
There's so many things you could want a condom for. They might be freaky, just want to go beat off in their condom. It ain't your place to tell somebody what they can and can't do with their condom.
I mean, I still don't think they should have unlubricated condoms. That don't make no sense. That's just like some
The thing is, Walgreens has a policy in which their employees can refuse a transaction if it goes against their religious or moral beliefs.
Well, then you have to have at least two people on of multiple religious beliefs, so that if you can't sell it based on your belief, then we can bring someone in that can.
That not only goes for things that they are selling, that also goes for pharmaceutical.
Wait, what?
You mean like they're saying they don't want to give contraception and shit like that?
Yeah, and it's also, there's another drug that's out called PrEP, which is
anti-getting AIDS.
Yeah.
It's to help people with AIDS have relationships with people without AIDS.
A pharmacist there can refuse to fill it. So if I were anybody listening and watching, I'd highly say, well, stop going to Walgreens.
You know, Walgreens is on some shit, man, because I actually, like, when I decided that I was going to get vaccinated, which I wish I hadn't done, but actually I did get to go see 2 concerts in D.C. that I wouldn't have gotten to do if I hadn't, so I'm kind of glad I did. But regardless, they were like, I went to Walgreens and they were like, here, fill out this piece of paper. And basically it was like, I read the thing and it was like, yeah, we can like disclose your medical information to anybody, anytime, ever, if we just feel like it. And I was like, why in the fuck would I let you guys do anything to me when you've got this in your fucking paperwork? I was like, I gotta sign this to get the shot. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, fuck y'all.
That's not a HIPAA violation at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Fuck Walgreens. Yeah, so you know what, Trey? I'm fully with you on the fuck Walgreens thing.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, they want to give the Mason and Friends show a whole lot of money to sponsor it.
Or better yet, if Sesame Place goes out of business.
Sesame Street?
No, like there's a park called Sesame Place out in Pennsylvania. Goes out of business. They could give us the park. And speaking of which, Sesame Place as a organization, as a motherfucking crew, y'all need to come to the front of the congregation.
Sesame Place? What has Sesame done?
Here's what's been happening, and I've seen this online for like the last week. 2 black children watching a little parade at Sesame Place.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
So that was at Sesame Place.
Yeah, the character walks right past them and basically, like, I guess signs that they're not getting hugs to black children or whatever it is. I don't know what the story is, but...
See, I don't think that's what it is because I have a Daffy Duck suit that I stole from Six Flags like 20 years ago that I'm about to put on eBay. Keep your eyes peeled. And it's extremely difficult to see in that. So, like, maybe the person didn't want to give a little black kid a hug, but that was in the costume. But I just think that, like, I saw something that said they were interacting with someone that was off camera, and then it looked really bad, of course, because he did just sort of, like, wave at the black kids like, no, I ain't giving y'all hugs, and then walked off, and the little black kids looked not happy. You know what I mean? So, like, I can believe that he didn't see that. You know what I mean? But
I can believe it, but I just need to see way more information.
The video's
I need to see
horrible.
way more evidence than that.
Well, but the problem with it is, Trey, that there's not enough evidence to make a solid guess. It's very offensive looking and is not cool at all. But, like, I wasn't there. I can't say for sure that that was a person in a costume blowing off a little black kid. You know?
Is this like the Heineken commercial? Where they slid the beer down the bar and went past all the colored people to the white woman with like the little Karen haircut?
No, I mean, it was literally like the camera's stationary. There's 2 children very close to the camera. I assume the camera's being held by the mother or the father. And the parade is going by, right? So the kids aren't moving. The person in the Muppet costume is walking by and is like doing one of these like, no, I'm not fucking with you hand motions, and then like just walks away from the little black kid. So it looks like he's saying,
maybe he was waving.
I'm not fucking with you little kids.
Maybe he's just waving.
No. It was a clear like, I'm not fucking with you. And then I saw something that said that there was somebody asking that character to pick up their child and do something with it, and he was like, no, I'm not doing that shit. And then went to walk away, and the way that the camera was angled made it look like he was telling the black kids, I'm not fucking with y'all. You know what I mean? Which, I wasn't there. I don't know what really happened or didn't happen. The camera thing looks terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they are catching a lot of flack for that.
Well, they are, but I don't know how deserved it is. But it's at the same time, those costumes are terrible. Why are we making people walk around in them? You can't see in them. So, like, literally, the excuse to me is, like, believable. But it's like, why do we do this then? Like, why do we make people walk around in Scooby-Doo costumes and all this sort of shit? You're not the real fucking person.
You know how many of those people end up getting kicked in the nuts on an average day?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they deserve to be able to blow some people off on occasion. You know what I mean?
I would get banned from Sesame Place because I will end up getting into a fight with Elmo.
Right. I would kick all the kids. White, black, Asian. It don't matter.
Or I would end up really getting banned for walking up to Bert and Ernie. It's like, okay.
You gonna try to have a threesome with the Bert and Ernie?
No.
Because you know Bert and Ernie are getting down.
Not like that.
You know they get down.
I just like, all right, real talk, y'all. Are y'all out the closet or what?
You know it, dog. They're like, yeah, we don't push the beds together last year, dog. We don't have separate beds no more.
You could be the meat in between them. You got Ernie on one and Bert on the other. Just spit roast.
Well, this is the 69 episode.
This is the 669th episode. That's why all the songs have booty in the title.
Also, worst sexual position. There's an asshole right there in your fucking
Yeah,
face.
69 's
Right
rough.
fucking there.
Yeah, if you're gay or straight, you got an asshole right in your
Right in
face.
your nose, dude. There's no way around it. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this
You
sounds
better
like
have a
great
pretty
idea.
booty hole if you're gonna be doing some 69 with somebody.
Well, it better be clean, at
Yeah.
least.
Yes, that is the real important thing. See? We got all the booty songs.
And this is like the worst
It's a
one.
really bad one.
It's god awful.
There's a lot of bad booty songs on
The
this mix.
artist that even made it was absolutely horrible too.
Bubba Sparks is alright.
He was garbage.
You ain't heard it all, man. Some of his shit's pretty good.
Wasn't that the fat white dude?
Yeah, he did the ugly song.
Yeah.
His first album's not bad, and then he's done a bunch of like more underground stuff that's like not bad.
At first, he looked like something out of a Natural Light commercial.
Well, but I think that was like what he was going for, and I'll bet you Timberland put him up to it, because Timberland was his producer when he first dropped, and he did I think 3 or 4 albums with Timberland, and they have that very like late '90s, early 2000s kind of like crunk vibe. You know what I mean?
For at the time, it was the thing.
Like a lot of the
look back on it,
newer
it's
stuff,
like, alright.
a lot of the newer Bubba Sparks stuff I've heard, I like a lot more. But, you know, I had to throw that Miss New Booty joint on for all these 669s. Because
It's too bad that we don't have Mike and the Jew here for
I
that.
know, man. I was really disappointed. I was like, you know, Mike and the Jew are missing 669. Like, that's just a damn travesty right there. As if the Jew doesn't watch the show, it's not like he's ever going to know what is going on.
You mean, of course, he doesn't listen or watch.
Yeah, he don't listen, he don't watch, he does
Come
nothing.
on now, if it's not Wicked Tuna or Naked and Afraid,
Look, if the Jew ain't here, the Jew don't know what happened on the show. That's why we tried to get his old girlfriend on here one time.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Oh, well, it was really great because it was right after he said that he didn't have a girlfriend. He was fucking with this chick, and I was like, and I said to him, like, so does your girlfriend, blah, 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 and he was like, yeah, she da-da-da-da-da, and then I said, and your girlfriend, da-da-da-da-da, and he was like, blah, 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 and then I said, so your girlfriend, da-da-da-da, he goes, oh, man, she ain't my girlfriend. I had him like 3 or 4 times, and then they had this big falling out thing going, and Mike talked to her for like 3 or 4 minutes trying to get her to come on. I thought he was going to get her. Because we told her, we were like, dude, he doesn't listen to the show. Like, you could come on here and say anything you want, and he's never going to know, because he don't listen. We were that close, man. We were so close.
That'd have been good.
That would have been amazing. Shout out Slap Bitch.
You know what she should do is go on here and say he's got the biggest dick in the world.
no, she'll go on there and just tell all the business.
No, that's what I'm saying, but you say he's got a big fucking huge dong, right?
Well,
problem
he
is it
says he has
ruins
a
it.
baby dick.
But it ruins it for all the other bras. It's like, oh, he got a big dick, I heard. Then they go, and it's just going to be always anticlimactic when the pants come down. It's never going to be as good as, you know, as told.
Well, that's how it always is. This is why you don't want to know nothing about nobody. Like, I figured out myself. Don't you tell me nothing good or bad. See, Trey, I got it all, man. The mix, man. The booty, man. Booty songs, the 669.
This song was.
It was really bad.
I remember that.
This is back when Destiny's Child had 4 people in it, didn't it?
3.
There were 4. There were 4 girls when they first
By
came
this
out.
point, 3.
Oh, there were 3 by now? Okay. What was the first song they did? Because I remember there were 4
man,
in there. And I remember
It's been
finding
years.
I remember finding Beyonce to be the most attractive, but I liked all of them. And I've come around to like Kelly Rowland way more than fucking Beyonce these days.
Go
Like,
for the one that's like not known.
she's so much hotter than fucking Beyonce. Like, she's just...
That's a bold statement.
Dude, Kelly Rowland all day over Beyonce. Sorry. Sign me up.
It's okay. I mean, and speaking of which, to all y'all Beyonce fans out there, her album comes out this week.
Is this the one that people have been quitting their jobs over?
Yeah, you may have heard me discuss the did Beyonce make you quit your job?
Yeah. Apparently Beyonce has some song people are quitting their job over, and I find that to be highly amusing. If Beyonce wasn't like, you and I are going to run around the world together, you need to quit your job. I'm not quitting my job for Beyonce. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
If we're not doing
I got
the...
bills to pay Beyonce.
Hey, if we ain't doing Jewel of the Nile, we're going to go hop on a boat, float around the world for a couple of years.
Like, how about y'all like break off a little bit of that money?
for real.
You and Jay are worth $1 billion.
For
So
real. That's what I need, man. I need some of that
better yet-
Jay-Z money.
better yet, y'all can put me up with Anderson Cooper. I guarantee y'all get a restraining order against him.
You might get an assault charge.
You won't get one until after you get that money, dog. What you got to do is you got to get in, you got to make your fucking money, dog. You got to marry that man and then take everything he's worth and leave
Vanderbilt
him.
money.
Take some of that
Yep.
Vanderbilt money.
Take the Vanderbilt money.
Get that money, Trey.
I'm getting every dime of it.
At the very least, you could probably get a House of Representatives seat.
Hey, that's true. If you date Anderson Cooper, I bet you could get a House of Reps seat.
There's quite a few closeted individuals on the House of Representatives and in the Senate.
I'm sure.
Matter of fact, give the House of Representatives and the Senate the sweet sounds of the Weather Girls. Because let's look at the fact here. Whenever there's a debate about any and everything in the LGBTQ community, the one that is the loudest against it is the gayest one in the room.
Well, that's certainly true of the congressmen that like to tap on people's shoes in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Glory
Larry
holes.
Craig.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
that was him.
there's Mike Pence, who was always very vocal about any and everything anti-gay, but he's like the gayest person in the room.
He's
he
weird
is.
though, because he's like abnormally into his wife.
I bet
He
he's
calls his wife mother.
Right. That's
Dude.
what I mean. Like that's really weird.
First off, if he's calling his wife mother, that's like some
He's
gay
gay.
shit.
He's gay.
Secondly, you know he's a power bottom. All right.
Obviously. Obviously. Come on now. The man had a set of knee pads in his desk.
God
damn.
Did he say that was to pray?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was for
To
praying.
pray.
Like, what else could that be for, Mike? Fucking you weirdo.
If he's running out of his office and all you hear is the sound of something of him gargling, then you know what happened.
Yeah.
Like I'm running away, like I'm going to CNN. Wait!
You really think Mike Pence gets down like that? Come on.
It wouldn't
Mike
surprise
Pence
me.
wouldn't be no fun. He seems like if he's doing anything, he is he's like, no, I only let dudes blow me. He's one of those kinds of gays.
I'm not a faggot or anything.
Yeah,
But,
like-
you know, I do love sucking a dick every so often.
that's how Mike Pence would say. That's what Mike Pence would say.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's exactly what he would say.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like, that's exactly how it would come out. He'd be like, no, I don't mind, you know.
I mean, it's just sucking a little dick.
It's just a little dick and all, you know. Like, that's how I got in the fraternity. That's how I got in Skull and Bones. So, you know, that's how I got my
It's
presidential
always the
campaign.
ones when they do get caught, it's like the I'm not gay excuse. Well, it's not what it looks like. Yeah,
Nope.
right. You're in a bus station.
Now, let me
gas-
ask you this. If that senator, whoever, congressman, whatever, if he had come out right after that and been like, you know what? Yeah, I'm bi. I've been banging dudes on the side on occasion for years.
Tell us something we didn't already
You know what I mean? But I'm saying, would that have gotten, like, would you have less ire for that man?
No, because he made such a big deal about the homosexual community.
Prior to.
Prior to.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's where
okay.
he fucked up.
Like, he can't ever, even if he admits that he's gay, come out of it because of how anti-gay he was for
Yeah,
such a
like
period.
you're not coming to a gay pride parade. for
Wait,
that.
you know what? You could save it. You could save it. Be the guest speaker at the Pride Parade, right? You go in there.
No. You would get booed in a heartbeat.
That's why you got to be like, look, I'm sorry I was closeted all these years, and now I've realized the error of my ways, and now I'm going to be an advocate, and boom, you're good. You're back in like Flynn.
Not with a lot of them.
Yeah. It might be enough to get reelected, though.
Damn right it would be.
It probably would be.
Yep.
And then they would call him that forever. He would be like the senator that came out as gay after somebody found him with a dick in his mouth.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
somebody opened up the stall door and there he was.
Right. Senator? Oh my God!
He's just shoving methamphetamine under the stall door.
I don't even know if that actually happens. Then again, I don't. Again, I go against the standard gay. So
I did find me a glory hole on I-10 one time.
when
Yep.
Trucking?
Yep, in a skeezy fucking bathroom. I was like, ugh.
yeah, you're gonna end up with something that you know you don't want.
Yeah, that's pretty skeevy, especially at a truck stop, man. You gotta be like,
Oh, no, it wasn't a legit truck stop. It was like a shitty, like, mom and pop 7-Eleven deal.
ugh. That's even worse.
No, the worst I saw was up in New Jersey. Go figure. It was two porta potties stuck together. They'd closed down like the shitters and pissers, so they just had all this like village of fucking porta potties. And two of them were together. I went in there to like take a piss and brush my teeth, and I looked down. And I was like, ugh, you nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, I saw one. Actually, I swear to God, I was on a field trip to the Smithsonian, and there was a bathroom that had like instructions for a glory hole like written on it, and I was taking a shit, and I'm like, this is disgusting. But like, I was looking around, I'm like, there doesn't appear to be any hole here. I'm not sure what this description over here next to the toilet paper holder is actually referring to.
I chalk it up to bathroom graffiti.
Yeah, probably.
I've seen some.
Although
good
there
bathrooms.
might have been a hole somewhere there before that got filled in. I don't know.
Yeah, some-
Depending on what year you were in DC at the time.
Yeah, I mean, this was...
These days, not so much.
No, this was in the 90s, because, like, I was a kid. You know, I was like,
Yeah, there was a lot of that in the 90s.
I was on a field trip.
There was a lot of that in the 90s.
Yeah. Clearly.
Because the last time I went to the National Zoo, and I was like 8, 9 years old at the time, I saw that I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is that in?
At the zoo? At the National Zoo? That's
and then
wild.
Years later, it dawned on me, I was like, holy fucking shit.
I mean, one of the last times I went to the National Zoo, I just saw like 2 crackheads just openly, wide open, just smoking crack. Just 2 homeless dudes just getting zooted.
That's terrible, man. When was this?
Oh, dude, I was a kid. I was like probably his age when he was talking about
okay.
10, 11.
Yeah, a lot of wild shit apparently going on in the 80s and 90s in the D.C. area.
Marion Barry time. That's when it was. It was during Marion Barry time.
Marion Barry time. Murder capital of the world time.
Best mayor in D.C. ever
The
time.
basketball team was still known as the Bullets time.
Right.
That team ain't been shit since.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Like I was saying to somebody today, how I don't have a team no more. Because there's no fucking Redskins, there's no fucking Bullets. So the only teams that I ever really liked don't exist anymore. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
like I still pull for Washington regional teams to a degree.
I'm still mad he folded. I'm mad he folded, man.
That was the only thing that made him worth having. Dan Snyder, you fucking blew it, bro. The only thing
And then
Redskins
there was the
fans liked
stadium
about you.
idea in, of all places, Woodbridge.
But then when he trolled him and was like, how about the Washington football team? Is that okay? Is that okay? He should have just left it like that and been like, fuck
I
y'all.
liked that because I could still call them the Redskins.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have another name. I was like, yeah, the Washington football team, the Washington Redskins.
Yep.
Or better yet, like, put a little bit of Marion Barry's legacy in the team. Then again, nobody
You
wants...
mean like the Washington Crackheads?
It's called
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor, man.
Washington Crackheads just does not roll off the tongue that quickly.
It really doesn't.
It really doesn't, especially considering what had happened to Marion Barry.
We could have been the Washington bitches set us up.
Yeah.
You know,
Bitch
set me up.
That was hard to watch on Nightline.
That was the same hotel. Everyone always gets caught in that hotel. It's like the greasiest hotel. For
Well, I mean, D.C. is home of the people don't go to here to sleep hotels.
no, I mean it was like a nice hotel, but like there was always some greasy shit going on in it. Like that's where like senators took their prostitutes and shit.
Well,
You know, the
DC's
Kennedys,
like that, man.
the Kennedys.
DC's got those kind of hotels. I mean, remember the Watergate?
Well, I mean Forrest Gump messed that all up. I saw it on that documentary.
Yeah, it's all Forrest Gump's fault, man. Nixon would have had everything under control by now. If Nixon hadn't got taken out when he did, man.
His plans was basically to carpet bomb Vietnam, man. Just dropping planes and bombs, just like murder everything.
Well, I mean, isn't that what's going to end up happening in Ukraine?
I mean,
At this point, who knows?
I don't. You know, here's what I know: that I've seen more pictures of the motherfucking Civil War in America
Than the war in Ukraine?
than the war in Ukraine. So that's kind of sus to me.
They're
I'm
just
like,
waiting for some riot to happen here in the United States. But if it does happen in D.C. and you see me running out of Target with a cart full of shit, I may have some for sale, but
I mean, they're just trying to make us riot at this point.
I think there's something to that, man.
Yeah.
A little civil unrest goes a long way.
Yeah, you can slide
yeah.
shit through.
Like
That's why.
let a blackout happen, like it did in New York years ago.
Oh,
Dude,
hell
well,
yeah.
the way we're pushing for electronic vehicles and killing our infrastructure, like,
Well,
It's liable to happen
y'all
very
are putting
soon.
money in Elon Musk's pocket, and he could probably use that for child support. But
He don't need child support. He's gonna pay them off in a lump sum.
he don't need that.
He's like 10 mil. Go away.
yeah,
I wouldn't, if I was him, I wouldn't sweat it. I would just knock bitches up, provide them with $100K a year. Fuck it. Look, if I had Elon Musk money, shit.
Dude, 10 million. I did the numbers on it. If you can live off of 10 million at current interest rate levels, if you got a lump sum of it,
So you're gonna lump sum all the bitches 10 mil a piece?
10 mil a piece, boom, there you go. Don't fucking bother me again.
They're signing that. Every baby mama is signing that.
speaking of
Yo,
lump
baby mamas in love are signing that.
yeah,
Oh,
speaking
yeah.
of lump sum, that reminds me the Mega Millions is at $790 million.
That's why motherfuckers were in stores, big long lines,
Wow.
getting lotto tickets.
Wow.
That explains the long line at the 7-Eleven this morning.
That
Yup.
might make life not depressing. Maybe.
It may make your life even worse
That's true too.
Nah.
because you have to
The
really.
amount of promo that would go into the Mason and Friends show if I won $270 million in the lotto,
Oh, dude.
we would be next to Joe Rogan. We'd call ourselves the number 2 podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Like right out of the gate. That would be the tagline.
No, then again, we probably like take Joe Rogan's spot at least. I would think.
I don't know.
If all we were doing was this, because I'd sign everybody. I'd have contracts. I'd be like, all right, look at here.
You could do it You could do it
This is all
every
we're
day.
doing.
You could, I mean, it would be a job.
Yeah, I don't know
'cause
if I'd do it every day, but yeah.
I would kind of do something that would be on the scale of, I've been listening to the Drink Champs podcast with
Okay.
NRE, and I was listening to one episode. He had MC Search on there
Okay,
from
okay.
Third Base.
Yeah, yeah.
My problem with that
Also, the
episode-
White Rapper show
yeah.
on VH1. Shout out.
My problem with that particular episode, NRE talks over people too much. I can't stand that.
That is something that a lot of podcasters do, and it's one of those things that I try really hard to not have happen here. Like, because everybody ends up in the View. You're on the View, and there's 4 people, and they're all talking over each other, and it's just not.
Oh dear God,
it's
that's
just
a
not
show that needs to
acceptable.
just go off the damn air.
Ain't that the truth?
Tim Pool does a good job of that, keeping him in check.
I agree. Like, I like the way Tim Pool conducts himself and does his show, and I kind of like to think that, like, we're doing something similar to that, just less politically biased,
Right.
and more like we're just trying to have a good time, and politics come if they may. But Tim, it's like we're talking politics, and a good time can come if it may.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's
And I'm
kind of like on the Bill Maher kind of.
yeah. He's a serious guy, you know, and like, but I
And
sort
then
of see
again,
his
like
show
I've
as.
always said, if we end up on television, we'd have to follow him, like on a Friday night after Bill Maher.
Well, because HBO is one of the few channels that could ever handle what we do, because we can't
Like
go
we can't be
censored.
on. We can't be on network TV.
It would be interesting if we did the show live with buttons and they just bleeped us out, but it would still
would be
it would
like
ruin the
10
show.
minutes.
It would ruin the show,
It'd
right?
be 10 minutes long.
And then I'd abuse it. I'd sit there and just use it like as a beat.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Like make a little song with
Again,
it.
we would have to be only on HBO. Only.
Yeah, yeah. But like that's the thing, right? If I got 270 million, I would do like what Timcast is doing. And make my own ads. I'd have like a Times Square billboard.
I was about
You know
to
what
say
I
you could
mean?
advertise like crazy.
Right,
too.
right. I would get us in the
I
High
would kinda
Times.
like-
We'd be in the High Times magazine. You know what I mean? Like we would
Something
be
like that, or
right.
better yet, like the Mason and Friends show goes on tour.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The special camper that I've been talking about for years would absolutely happen. We would have Elon Musk's satellite internet hooked up on the roof of the short bus, and we'd be going from festival to festival all summer long broadcasting.
Here's an idea that I started thinking about recently. I actually thought about it this morning because I had to run errands. You know how Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays?
Yeah.
Here's what you do. Get a food truck, call it Side Chicken, and put it in the Chick-fil-A parking lot on Sundays.
If they go with it, I mean, that's a point.
If you could get their space, I don't know if they'd rent the lot to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
You
they
could
might call the
probably-
cops on you if you did it.
No, I
but
mean, you
you
could
might be able
probably
to
pay
get
'em.
it. You,
You could
might be able to
rent.
get it at like the next space over, and you might be able to rent
Yeah,
them.
like the next space over.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in their parking lot, but
You could probably right here in
because
town.
think
You could
about it,
probably
you get
get
it.
the Walgreens.
Some of y'all get a little taste for chicken sandwiches and waffle fries and whatnot on a Sunday.
Fuck
and
yeah.
Chick-fil-A is closed.
Fuck yeah.
Come to Side Chicken.
That's a side hustle you could almost like do just once a week if you had the right setup, where you just go and you sell chicken for like 7 hours a day on
This
Sunday.
kind of ties in with
You
the
could call
this
it the
ti-
Dirty Bird.
that too. But this
Because you
ties
work
in with
on
like the
Sunday.
this ties in with the other ideas that I've heard here, like the Rolling Biggie Smalls, and then there's Jew's food truck.
just
and then
just chicken and waffles.
Yeah, and then there was one that I came up with, another strip club, Booty City.
yeah. In Booty City.
So like the Jews daycare strip
Yeah, the
club.
daycare in the back with the strip club in the front.
Yeah.
Rolling Biggie Smalls, where we have girls of all body types and capabilities. I think that's the way I've worded it on the T-shirt, because I've got a T-shirt. There's a Rolling Biggie Smalls T-shirt. Should be right about here.
Check the merch site.
You know, I'm gonna make a little picture of it right here for you. But like, we got a lot of merch going on too. The Rolling Biggie Smalls
Yeah.
strip club is
Also,
dope. I'm
not
not selling Trey X stickers yet, but we
we're
can
not
if you want.
doing it yet, but the sticker is Trey X, and then you see it in small letters, too gay
Too
for.
gay. Too gay for Trey X.
Because, like I've said before, I go against the standard gay. I don't fall into.
Trey
what
is
most-
anti-cliche
Are
gay.
you a log cabin Republican?
No. I'm not Republican, nor am I Democrat, nor am I Libertarian. I find all sides to just kind of be a bit dysfunctional.
Yeah, they all have things that I like, and they all have things that I really don't like. And it's just terrible. It's a
I'm
I'm getting to
goddamn
the
shame.
point where
It's gone so far.
I'm like with the rest of the world, kind of tuning away from any and everything mostly political. That's why a lot of news channels on cable are suffer like really low ratings as of late.
Well, they're suffering terrible ratings because they don't have Trump to ride on anymore. They were going down before Trump got elected. Then Trump fired it up enough that people watched, and now it's going back down
Now it's
again.
just completely downhill.
Yep.
Well, but they don't cover the news right.
Yeah, they don't cover
Right.
the news.
They don't
Fox
tell you
News is-
anything.
Fox
all
News
op-ed.
sucks. Even it's just bottom of the barrel. CNN is right there. MSNBC is too woke for any and every human being there is.
Dude,
I was
just-
gonna say MSN's the worst.
MSNBC, I think, is the worst right now.
Is bad. It's
Like,
just bad. I can't even watch it.
I used to
That's
listen
like
to
BuzzFeed.
I used to listen to Joy Reid when I was driving home when I had the satellite. I'd bounce between her and I think it's Kennedy on Fox, and my God, Joy Reid is a fucking psychopath, dude.
Oh, there's some lunatics out
Like
there.
she's fucking fully gone. Like most of them are fucking crazy, but some of them, I think it's like Joy Reid and Maddow and Tucker are all a little bit off the rails in one direction or another.
Yeah.
I think Matt out crazy as hell.
But it's like but she's also off of MSNBC now. Like she's left.
Yeah,
Like, she's leaving them.
I haven't
Yeah.
been Mr. Current Affairs because I don't watch this shit anymore.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
hear
I
about it
mean-
from I watch.
The only person I know that's on MSNBC, if I'm not mistaken, is Shepard Smith, who used to be on Fox
Yeah,
News.
yeah, he's the gay guy that was on Fox for a long time.
Yeah.
And then he
But
went.
now
to there.
it's like Fox News has Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson and
Wait. Who did Saki go work for?
Jen Psaki's, I think, in MSNBC.
MSNBC.
What a glory. That's
Yeah.
where she
And then
belongs.
there's Tommy Lauren, who's on Fox News, but I don't think she'll be there long. Oh, she's
don't know.
gonna get. They're gonna.
She's fine, man. She'll be around. She's too hot not to be
Nobody
around.
wants that ugly
She
bitch.
got up there and say some crazy shit,
Nobody
man.
wants that ugly bitch.
Nah, man. Plenty of dudes.
Fox News figured that shit out a long time ago.
Yeah, that was the
pretty,
jump.
Pretty woman up there with like
Yeah.
a conservative but yet short shorts and like, you know.
You want her to
boobs are
show
showing.
just enough leg that we're
Right.
really seeing some leg, but not enough that
You're
it's
better
like,
off
this is
turning the lights
inappropriate.
off when you get with that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
want to wake up next to that in the morning.
Trey, I don't know, dude. I think Tommy Lauren, I think she might be a real ball in the sack, but she might be a fucking stick in the mud. You know what I mean?
Ann Coulter. I bet
She's-
she's a great in the sack.
Is that the Asianish girl that was on Today Show?
No, it's the creepy white woman that drinks wine.
Oh, the really skinny one?
Yeah,
Oh, no. You don't want the crypt keeper in drag. Come on now.
Oh, I didn't
Hey,
say
I'm telling you, skinnier bitches, the skinnier they are, the
The
wilder
minute you
they
get
are.
with her, she whips out a book and says, "Tonight's Terror Tale." You bending me over. Don't nobody want that.
Man, enough time, patience, and lubrication. Anything can fit.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
That's
Anderson, call me.
That's a lot of that's a lot of patience.
Oh, I didn't say for like life. I was just saying for like,
No, I'm saying for the evening.
yeah.
You can work something into something always. You can always get something into somewhere.
Well, I got to do something because I think I wrote it online. It's like, 1, I'm way too particular when it comes to finding people. 2, I'm extremely picky. 3, Chris Maloney is straight. And 4, Anderson Cooper has yet to put out a restraining order against me.
Well, that means you still got a shot with at least Anderson.
Dude, we gotta get you selling your underwear to him. You can go to Pepper Jack's Panties Emporium. That's gonna be my side business.
Then next thing you know, I get something in the mail. It's a restraining
You're
order.
gonna get a restraining order if you send your underwear to Anderson Cooper.
Dude, you gotta vacuum seal that shit though.
Yeah, you gotta wear it for like 2 days and then
Or
vacuum
worse
seal them bitches
yeah,
while they
or
still
worse
moist.
than that, it winds up in the hands of Andy Cohen, and next thing you know, he's calling me.
Yeah, Trey, that's more of
side
that.
money.
That's more of that too gay for Trey. Andy Cohen is too gay for Trey. Like,
Andy Cohen would get beaten up.
What about Andy Dick? Is that too much
Hell
for you?
no.
Come on now. Andy Dick is
He was funny
hysterical.
on. He was funny on news radio.
He was.
He was funny on news radio. I
He was,
remember that.
He was funny in Old School when he was teaching. He was giving the blowjob class. Did you ever see that,
I haven't seen that movie.
dude?
I don't think I did. See
Old
that
School is very funny. Like it's one of those Will Ferrell is the main character movies where I'm like,
movie. Oh boy.
it's actually funny though.
No, yeah, it's actually funny.
Like it's very rare that Will Ferrell has like a very major character role in a movie that I find funny. He was
What
one of the
about,
main guys.
What about Anchorman? Was that necessarily
Overrated.
meet your
It's
standard?
Overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I thought
not
so
a
too.
Fan. Not a fan. I love him in Zoolander. I love him in
Talladega Nights.
Ladies Man. Talladega Nights I saw some of. I never
Yeah, I
finished
did
it,
see him
but
in,
it did make me laugh a
Yeah,
lot.
he was the wrestler in the Ladies Man.
Yes, with all
Lance,
the oil.
Well, Lance, you're clearly gay. I mean,
It's like, what? You're going to want some oil. Put on some more oil.
hell no, you ain't oiling me.
Step Brothers.
See, I never saw Step Brothers.
I have. It's not worth
See,
seeing.
Step Brothers came at a time where I had no faith in Will Ferrell. Like,
Will's got the other guy.
well, the other guy,
I can't remember his name, though.
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
I like him better from his like real acting roles. Like, he was great in
And
Boogie,
Boogie
Nights. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he was
Yeah.
Reeve Rothschild.
Yep. And he was also in Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
He was in Days of Thunder.
Yep.
And, like, I didn't mind his character in that. Like, he seemed
then
like an
there was,
authentic redneck character
Yeah, and
in
then
that
there's
to me.
Walk Hard, which was hilarious. Oh man, I saw that in the theater with my little brother and a couple of friends of his.
Yeah.
I saw it once. I don't know. I remember it laughed, though.
Haven't seen it. Heard it's good. Haven't delved in. But, yeah, Will Ferrell has not ever impressed me if he was a main character, except in Old School. He is
He nails it.
amazing in Old School. And it's like him and Vince Vaughn and Luke Wilson.
Owen or Wilson?
They're the main characters. Just Luke. It's Luke Wilson. They're the main characters. And that fucking movie is funny.
I think that old homeless
At least
dude
he's
blew
doing
it.
something.
Yeah.
At least he's doing something post SNL that's
Yeah.
worth watching.
He has
Right.
done some
because
stuff.
Grown Ups 1 and 2 trash,
What was that one horrible elf? Man, that was horrible.
god awful.
Yeah, but that's apparently nets a lot of money Christmas time.
Yeah, it's like
That's the kind of show Mason and French Show needs to do a Christmas special that plays every year.
We could dub over that shitty claymation one. I bet the rights have gone out on it. We'll have to check.
which one?
The
There's several.
Claymation Christmas
The clay-
special where they're all playing the bells on their heads and everything?
Yep. And the abominable snowman and the
Yeah.
little elf.
Or at least we can dub over like the California
with the
Raisins
commu-
one.
Oh yeah, that one's. Honestly, we have to check the rights on it, but I know that one's from like the 50s, so like maybe it's run out.
Maybe. Who
Who
knows?
knows? I mean, I think the copyrights run out
I think that's like the thing. You got to get
because
something you can
Will
run
Ferrell
every year.
gets a lot of money for when Elf comes on at Christmas. Like
Exactly.
Mariah Carey gets hand over fist for that damn song that plays from November 1st
Right,
to
the one that plays in every fucking department store.
Oh yeah.
This is the reason why I have earbuds in my ear at all times when I'm out and about.
That's why I
I
got-
was in Walmart today and I could hear people screaming. I was talking to the clerk. I was like, "This is why I have earbuds with me at all
What are you
times."
talking about? I want to know that's going on. It's like-
I mean, to a degree, I want to know what's going on. At the same time, I want to
I
just
could
walk
care
away
less,
from it.
and I just don't want to.
I mean, that's just a safety thing.
I don't want to
on
have
my
to
end.
end up hitting somebody in camo jorts.
It could happen. Camo jorts,
I'm just
highest
saying.
of class.
I just want to know what's going on. Be like, I'll stay out of that. Yep.
Yeah, I try not to go on Sunday afternoons. The best time to go is Sunday morning because everybody's in church.
See, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. That might be better. Everyone have their Sundays, their church
I don't
clothes
know.
on, coming in.
The only time Walmart's ever a great place to be, in my opinion, is like 2 a.m. if nobody else is there.
Yeah, that's kind of
The one at
long
Front
gone
Royal,
now.
but the one at Front Royal was great for that, and the
Oh,
one at
yeah.
Culpeper is horrible for that. Like, I went to the one at Culpeper one time at like 1 or 2 a.m, and there were so many weird people in there, and the lighting was odd. Like the coloration of the lights was weird, and I was walking around, and I was
Everyone look like they have jaundice.
you know, I went in there to get like a fishing pole or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm going. I don't remember what I was there for, but I was there for like something very specific. It wasn't gonna take long, and like everywhere
it's not like
I
you're
went.
going in there for like a 12-pack.
Right. Well, it's
So
not
they
like I was
stopped
going in
selling
there.
alcohol after a certain
Well,
hour.
I wasn't going in for like a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Like there were times where I would go to the one at Front Royal at 2 a.m, and I'd walk around and have a cart full. You know, I'd go get
Yeah.
$150 worth of shit, go home. You know, but like this time I was going to just passing through Culpeper. Like, yeah, I'll go to the Walmart and get this thing that I need. And I go in there. There's so many fucking people. There's lines everywhere. There's stuff on them. There's like kids screaming. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's 2 a.m. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with
Why
this
would your
town?
kids be out at 2 a.m?
Right. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Like that happened one time at Front Royal where like there was children in there and like and it was really weird and it was really odd for that Walmart, right?
Yep.
And then I'm at the one in Culpeper and it was like a fucking zoo. I'm like, what is going on here? There's people
Might have
everywhere.
been during summer. Who knows?
I definitely don't remember specifically, but it was really weird to me.
Yeah, I try not to be in
Great for
Culpeper.
people watching.
I try not to be in Culpeper.
People watching is best when you have an easy out.
Yeah.
Like Culpeper is definitely
You're better
a
off
wild
doing
spot.
people watching in like Fair Oaks.
I worked with this cat in Culpeper about a year ago, and he told this story about being in the Walmart parking lot, and this kid was trying to rob him. The kid was like, "Yo, you got any money?" And he was like, "No, I'm good." And he kept walking, and the guy was like trying to like snatch his wallet out of his pocket, and he said he turned around and grabbed the guy's shirt and ended up like on top of him and like pushing him down, and he said he heard something crack, and he was like, I'm done.
He might have tried to kill him.
Yeah, like he was that's essentially I think what sort of happened. I think he lost it a little bit and like pushed back on this kid that was like the way the dude was telling the story, it was like he clearly like knew I took it a step further than it should have, but this guy was like really stupid and trying to like actually kind of trying to rob me, and maybe I shouldn't have like thrown him on the ground and crushed him, but like
I feel like that's valid.
I do too.
That's like a good life lesson right there.
That's what you get, man. Quit fucking with people.
Yeah.
Like, find another way, or quit trying. Like,
yeah,
It's
if
like
you're going to be a criminal, be a good
Yeah,
one.
it's like a preacher standing outside of a bar at like 1 o'clock in the morning. If you're trying to save souls, you've come to the wrong place.
right. Like you're just gonna make
cussed
people
out
mad.
You're gonna get cussed out by a drunk person.
Right.
Or there's a guy in Winchester. Have you seen him where he does the gospel on Saturday in like the little walking area?
Nah.
It's glorious because he.
Oh, in the little walking mall up there?
Yep.
So he just takes and like stands on a stool or something and like hollers.
Yep, like a fucking nut job. The problem is he hollers and yells for like an hour, but he only talks about the same 5 things over and over.
Oh,
That's some bullshit.
And it's always the pleasures of the flesh. And I'm like, I think you got a porn problem, bro, or something.
Go to a strip club. It's
Yeah,
over.
for real.
It's not even, 30 minutes?
Yeah, just let it slide, bro. Go have a little
It's
strip
not
club
even,
experience.
a half an hour from Winchester? I've hung
Yeah, I
around
would
in
think from Winchester you could get to the strip clubs, West Virginia,
'Cause in
about
the
half an
walking-
Right
hour.
around the corner, man.
Because in the walking mall, there's a little area that has like vintage pinball machines. I can't remember the name of the place, but I happened to just walk in there
Yeah.
a while ago.
Okay. I mean, Winchester's got a great little walking mall.
Yeah.
It's a very nice little spot.
I wouldn't go into Apple Blossom Mall though, but
I've been
I
there
haven't.
in years.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a long
It
time.
sucks.
I haven't been there in a long time.
it sucks.
I mean, malls are on the way out anyway. Like,
Sort of.
Amazon's like kind of just.
That's for sure.
Amazon
Amazon's
is
killing
like the Acme Corporation of real life, except you can't buy dynamite and anvils.
it. Yeah. If only you
Exactly.
could. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, we're gonna have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close. We'd like to thank you so much for listening. We'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes as well as new episodes, as well as share the show with your friends. Please don't bogart the show. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
And
Mike would say little bits by little bits. Keep grinding.
Moving forward.
Moving forward. That's it.
invest in your mental wealth. And if Lady T were here, she would say protect your energy.
That's right. And yeah, don't forget, we love you very much. We believe in you. You can do it. Things will get better. Just keep trying.
Oh man, you ruined it right
Just
there.
keep trying. Things will get better. We love you.
We out of here.
Peace be with you.